So I've been going a little wild lately with some of the Vintage Toy Freedom acquisitions. This here is a Marvel Comics Iron Man Hydro Armor with Deep Sea Weapons from Toy Biz 1995. I'm going to guess. Let's see. 1994. So for those who don't know, I record these like well in advance, usually like a year ahead of time because I release 2 a week. And so what that means is right now it's almost Christmas 2018. So this is probably closer to the end of 2019 when you're watching this. And I bring this up because there have been some sales at some of the stores in my area. I've just been kind of in like a shopping spirit, which really not a fan of with all the buying and the capitalism and all that kind of stuff. But it is what it is, and that's what I've been doing. So I'm making this video because my to open pile is getting really, really high. It's overflowing. So I want to open this Iron Man guy. He's pretty cool. I guess if he goes under the sea, he can put this armor on and fight, I don't know, Submariner, I guess, if he starts acting up. So let's see. We got all this armor. I assume these go on his wrist. I mean, because this is obviously shoulder armor right here. So, with this Iron Man line, first of all, you can find these for super cheap. I got this for $5 at O'Smiley's. It's in Mount Washington, which is a neighborhood of Cincinnati, Ohio. And they had other ones for $5. They had Spider-Woman. They had Grey Gargoyle. I think I've opened a Spider-Woman. I'm not sure. The I can't talk. Grey Gargoyle is pretty cool. But this Iron Man, so I guess this would be kind of the first series. They've made numerous Iron Man lines. There was the cartoon. That's kind of what it was talking about with the Marvel Action Hour, because they showed Iron Man, the Fantastic Four cartoon. There was a Hulk cartoon. They were pretty well done. I remember watching them. I was 12, so I was still down with all that. I remember it came on Sunday mornings. I had to go to Sunday school, which I wasn't super into, especially because I had to miss the Marvel Action Hour. So I'm having a lot of trouble putting this on. I have a master's degree, but apparently I need a master's in assembling toys. Okay. So there is his leg armor. This would be his thigh armor. Or no, he doesn't have thigh armor. This would be his forearm armor. I don't know which side is which. Oh, but what I was saying is, a lot of these Iron Man figures had a lot of this. So you'll find, so there was obviously the regular Iron Man War Machine, Iron Man Hydro Armor. You saw me open a Sentry, I think it was a Sentry from a Spider-Man line that was essentially just one of these, just an Iron Man, but different color, and they gave it a different name. It's some kind of like a police force guy. And because these don't stay on great, they pop off very easily. They are easy to lose. I often find these sort of gold or silver type accessories in un-ID'd bags often, and I just assume they go to this Marvel or this Toy Biz Iron Man line. And I cannot get these ones. There we go. I don't want to break it. They're pretty fragile, but it's pretty cool. You know, they're chrome, they're shiny. And this video is probably really boring. Hopefully you've turned it off by now and you're watching something else, because it's just me trying to get this dang armor on. And what's amazing is that as hard as it is to get on, it doesn't stay on well. So we're going to leave that one off. So we got a helmet. The helmet's pretty cool. Let's get that helmet on there. And the helmet is not very... It doesn't stay on there very well. And it doesn't even look anything like the helmet on the picture, as they're calling it, a dome. But let's see if we can get on there a little bit better. All right, well, there we go. Now it's kind of flush, but that's the thing. The armor doesn't snap together very well. And actually, did it break? I think it broke. Son of a gun. Okay, anyway. So we got this missile launcher. So the missile launcher attaches to both the upper and lower armor. Kind of a weird thing to say. But it kind of makes it difficult for him to... I guess he has to move his whole arm, otherwise it's going to pop off just like that. So, I don't know who is making his weapons. I guess he is. I mean, it's Tony Stark, so that's kind of his deal. But he needs to spend a little bit more R&D on his Hydra armor. Alright, so we got a missile here. The missile feels very sticky. So it's spring-loaded, but it's kind of odd because you have to, there's no trigger, you have to kind of pull it back, so it's pretty weak. So I guess, yeah, he'd be down there fighting Submariner. Who else is down in the water? I don't know. But hopefully it wouldn't fall apart like this when he's underwater, because he could drown and die, and that would be not great. Oh, it didn't break. It's in his chest. That's right. So yeah, so sorry this is just me kind of trying to assemble this, but you see everything's popping off. It's not on there well. But hey, I got it for $5. It's kind of cool. It's like underwater Tony Stark, Iron Man fighting. I cannot think of anybody other than Submariner who's a kind of a water. Maybe Hydra Man? I don't know. He's not really too much of a threat. I don't think he'd have to call on Tony Stark for Hydra Man. Spider-Man can handle him on his own. I don't know. I want to say like Black Manta, but that's DC. Maybe there's a Marvel DC crossover. This is just not working out. This is, if I was a kid, I mean, I'm 35 years old, and this is frustrating. If I was a kid, I'd be very frustrated because this is not well made. And I've had other ones of these, and it's kind of the same ordeal. So, but I think it looks cool if you can just kind of get it together. And the weapon doesn't even stick on. So I'm gonna give this one a D+. I like it. It's cool. It looks cool, but in terms of assembling and putting together, it fails in that regard. So thanks for watching Iron Man Hydra Armor by Toy Biz 1994. Hopefully there are no water threats in the next Avengers movie, because Tony Stark was to handle it with this kind of craftsmanship, the world would be doomed.